Alright, in this video we are going to be installing Debian with the command line interface. We're going to be practicing the basic installation of Linux in a virtual environment. We're going to learn how to configure the primary settings and resources for a Linux installation and install a Debian environment from an image disk. Let's go ahead and begin. I've got my Virtualbox opened up here, and I'm going to go ahead and create a new virtual machine. We're going to call it Debian, and we're going to change the RAM to 4096. You can always update it in the future if you would like. All right, I'm going to make my hard disk size. I'm going to make it 64 gigs. Give it some breathing room here. VDI is fine, and dynamically allocated is also fine. All right, next thing I want to do is I want to check on my processor. I'm going to give it 3 cores here. All right, if you have the hardware feature set, you can do that as well. For display, I'm going to keep it at 20 megabytes since this is currently going to be a command line interface. I now want to make sure that I have my Debian installed, so I'm going to select my Debian ISO file. I'm using 11.5. All right, network looks good. If you want to, you can change this if you would like, but I'm going to keep it at the default of NAT network here. If you had a shared folder, you could configure that as well. But again, this is optional. And this also needs the Virtualbox guest editions installed as well. But once you have everything ready to go, right, you should be good to go. You can give it a description as well. This is Debian 11.5, and this will be used for the Linux training. All right. And you see the description is right there, right? If you wanted to add some more, I can expand that, go back to settings here, and I could say, root, let's see. I could say, root password is Tor. Some foreshadowing there. Okay, if everything ready to go, you can go ahead and click on the start screen. I'm going to go ahead and put this in scaled mode to make it easier to read on this bigger screen here. There we go, nice and jumbo. All right, I'm not going to choose the graphical install. I'm going to choose the command line installer, or the non-GUI installer, and go ahead and walk you through the install process. So United States, I'm going to choose American English. Now it's just trying to get its IP address. All right, for my host name, I'm going to choose Debian. I'm not on a domain, so I'm going to keep this empty. Press enter to continue. Root password, this was that Tor, T-O-O-R. Of course, you can change this if you would like. Re-enter it. All right, now it's going to ask a name for me. I'm going to give it my name, and I'm going to keep my username as Ian, and I'm going to type in a strong password twice. And select your time zone. I'm in Central. All right, for your partitioner, you're going to want to choose what type of, how you want to split your disk up. I'm going to choose the easy mode and choose guided use entire disk. If I want to turn on encryption, I could do that one as well. All right, here's my hard disk, SCSI 3. I'm going to go ahead and press enter here. And it says, how would you like to partition your hard disk, well, I'm going to choose all files in one partition. I suggest you do the same. All right, this looks good. Go ahead and say finish partitioning and write changes to disk. And right here, you see they've actually switched it up on you, so make sure you press the left arrow and then press enter to save. This is destructive. All right, now it's going to begin installing the base system files. They shouldn't take any more than a couple of minutes. So we'll just wait. Okay, when it asks you if you have any extra install media, you don't, so go ahead and press no here. For a network mirror, this can actually help you, so we're going to go ahead and say yes. And our network mirror is to help us look for Debian archives to help us get other packages off of the internet. So I'm going to choose United States, and I'm going to keep it at the default of deb.debian.org. Press enter. I'm not using a proxy, so I'm going to go ahead and press enter here. And as you see, it's reaching out to deb.debian.org and looking for any updates to any packages. And it looks like what, 13 updates or 13 new files it needs to get since the time of this ISO was published. This way we'll have the latest and the greatest version when we get to our Debian install. Okay, this is ask us if you would like to participate in the package contest, right? And I'm going to say no, maybe later. Alright, so this is where you can choose what type of desktop environment you would like to choose. For our install, we're just going to go with the command line. So I'm actually going to press spacebar to remove these options here. And again, I'm going to press tab to go to continue. Then I'm going to press enter and continue. We are not installing a graphical interface at this time. This is going to be a command line server. Maybe I'll do a video where we do a graphical install so you can see the difference. All right, so this is our bootloader. We do want to install the grub bootloader. Make sure you press enter where it says yes. All right, and then for your device, for your bootloader installation, make sure you choose dev/SDA and then press enter. All right, now it's just scanning our machine for the hardware that is installed. All right, that is the end of the installation. Let's go ahead and press continue for the machine to reboot. And let's test logging in. All right, so there's my grub screen that we just installed. I'm going to go ahead and press enter. All right, let's test logging in. There you go. Let's try root. All right. Looks like this install was a success. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.